On March 21, 2025, President Donald Trump made a groundbreaking announcement at the Oval Office revealing that Boeing has been awarded a major contract to develop the Air Force's next-generation F-47 fighter jet. This initiative is part of the broader Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program, which aims to replace the aging F-22 Raptor, a fighter jet that has been operational for over 2 decades. The announcement underscores the U.S. military's commitment to maintaining air superiority, particularly in light of rising threats from adversaries like China. During the press conference, Trump highlighted the advanced capabilities of the F-47, specifically its unprecedented stealth technology and its ability to operate in conjunction with unmanned drones. "Nothing in the world comes even close to it," Trump stated, referring to the aircraft's innovative features. The F-47 is expected to have superior stealth and penetration capabilities that significantly exceed those of existing aircraft, which is deemed essential in potential future conflicts. Boeing's role and significance. The award of the F-47 contract to Boeing represents a significant turnaround for the aerospace giant, which faced a challenging year marked by labor strikes and safety issues. Trump's announcement came after a competitive selection process among leading aerospace companies where Boeing's proposal was deemed the best value for the government. This decision is seen as a critical endorsement for Boeing, especially after it struggled with previous projects including cost overruns and delays. The NGAD program itself had been put on hold in 2024 due to escalating cost concerns, prompting a thorough review of its necessity. Officials from the Air Force as well as independent military analysts conducted studies that concluded that achieving air superiority remains vital. Major General Joseph Kunkel emphasized that the NGAD represents the most viable option for ensuring air dominance in future combat scenarios. Financial implications and cost concerns. While the initial contract for the F-47 has been estimated at approximately $20 billion, there are widespread concerns about the potential for spiraling costs reminiscent of the F-35 program, which is projected to cost taxpayers over $1.7 trillion throughout its lifespan. Critics, including military procurement analysts, have pointed out that the $20 billion figure is likely just the beginning, with total costs possibly escalating into the hundreds of billions. Dan Grazier, a director at the Stimson Center, questioned whether developing another manned fighter jet was the right approach in light of modern warfare trends that increasingly favor unmanned systems. He expressed skepticism about the necessity of the F-47. Given the ongoing production challenges faced by the F-35 and the development of the B-21 Raider stealth bomber, which incorporates many of the same advanced technologies. Timeline and historical context. The NGAD initiative was conceived in 2018 as a response to evolving military needs and the changing landscape of aerial warfare. It faced a significant pause in 2024 due to financial reviews, but subsequent analyses reaffirmed its critical importance. Trump's administration inherited the decision-making process regarding the contractor selection for the F-47 from the previous administration, which had initiated the review process. Advanced capabilities and future developments. Details regarding the F-47 specifications remain largely undisclosed, but early versions have reportedly been undergoing test flights for the past 5 years. Initial renderings suggest a radically different design from existing fighter jets, emphasizing a flat, tail-less structure with advanced aerodynamics. The F-47 is intended to serve as a quarterback for a fleet of drones, enhancing the U.S. military's operational capabilities in contested environments. The integration of artificial intelligence and advanced materials is expected to significantly enhance the aircraft's stealth and operational range, reducing the need for frequent refueling compared to current models. Boeing's selection for this project not only positions the company at the forefront of military aviation but also sends a strong message to allies and adversaries alike about the U.S. commitment to maintaining air superiority. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth remarked that the future fleet embodies a clear message to allies regarding the U.S. military's enduring presence and readiness. Conclusion. The announcement of the F-47 fighter jet marks a pivotal moment in U.S. military aviation strategy, with Boeing leading the charge on this next-generation project. Despite ongoing concerns about costs and the necessity of another manned fighter jet amidst rapidly evolving warfare strategies, the F-47 is positioned to play an integral role in future defense initiatives. As the U.S. military seeks to adapt to modern threats, the F-47 aims to ensure that the nation retains its edge in aerial combat capabilities for years to come. The announcement of the F-47 fighter jet by President Donald Trump on March 21, 2025 marks a pivotal moment in military aviation and defense strategy in the United States. However, several counterintuitive elements arise from the details surrounding this development. 1. Cost predictions versus public perception. The initial contract for the F-47 jet is estimated at around $20 billion, which at face value seems manageable compared to the projected lifetime costs of the F-35 program, which are anticipated to exceed $1.7 trillion. This juxtaposition may lead the public to perceive the F-47 as a more economical choice. Yet analysts warn that the total costs for the F-47 could balloon into the hundreds of billions, much like its predecessor. This is counterintuitive because the immediate numbers suggest affordability while the long-term projections indicate a potential financial burden that far exceeds initial expectations. 2. Stealth technology evolution. Trump emphasized that the F-47 would feature unprecedented stealth technology, suggesting a significant leap over current capabilities. However, this assertion invites skepticism when considering the technological arms race in stealth capabilities. While it is touted as revolutionary, the military and defense experts may understand this as a continuation of a trend rather than a groundbreaking shift. The counterintuitive aspect here is that while the F-47 is marketed as a highly advanced solution, it must contend with continuous advancements by adversaries, especially in the realm of detection technologies. 3. Focus on manned aircraft amidst drone warfare. The F-47 is primarily a manned fighter jet, which may seem counterintuitive given the increasing reliance on unmanned drones in modern warfare. Critics argue that investing in another manned fighter jet could be misguided, especially when conflicts may increasingly leverage drone technology. The military's insistence on developing a manned platform as the centerpiece of air dominance strategies contradicts the growing evidence that unmanned systems could provide more effective and cost-efficient options in future combat scenarios. 4. Boeing's contract amidst recent struggles. Boeing's selection as the contractor for the F-47 is notable given the company's recent challenges, including labor strikes and safety issues. The counterintuitive nature of this decision lies in the apparent confidence placed in a company that has faced significant operational hurdles. While the selection process was rigorous, the decision to award the contract to a company grappling with internal issues raises questions about the rationale behind prioritizing Boeing over potentially more stable competitors. 5. Resumption of the NGAD program post-pause. The NGAD initiative was paused in 2024 due to cost concerns, leading to a public perception that the program might be deemed unnecessary. The subsequent decision to resume the program, bolstered by analyses asserting its critical role in future military readiness, contradicts the initial caution exercised. This indicates a shift in strategic priorities that may not align with previous budgetary scrutiny, suggesting that the pressing nature of perceived threats has overridden earlier fiscal conservatism. 6. Public messaging versus military realities. Trump's public statements about the F-47, including his assertion that nothing in the world comes even close to it, served to boost national pride and military confidence. However, this rhetoric may not fully reflect the strategic realities faced by the military, particularly regarding the evolving nature of air warfare. The counterintuitive aspect is the potential disconnect between politically motivated messaging and the nuanced understanding of military capabilities among defense experts, who might caution against overhyping a single platform amidst a more complex battlefield landscape. 7. Strategic importance versus practical implementation. While the F-47 is framed as essential for maintaining air superiority, especially against adversaries like China, there is a growing debate about whether such investments are the most effective use of military resources. The counterintuitive conclusion here is that even as the F-47 is positioned as vital for future engagements, the actual implementation and integration into a broader defense strategy may face significant hurdles, including budgetary constraints, technological challenges, and the need for international cooperation. In summary, the unveiling of the F-47 fighter jet represents a significant chapter in U.S. military aviation, but the surrounding discussions reveal several counterintuitive truths that challenge the narrative of a straightforward advancement in air combat capabilities. From financial implications to the nature of warfare itself, the complexities of this initiative underscore the multifaceted challenges of modern defense planning. The report on President Donald Trump's announcement regarding the F-47 fighter jet provides critical insights into the future of U.S. military aviation and defense strategy. While many aspects of the report are likely to attract attention, like the contract awarded to Boeing or the jet's capabilities, certain nuanced details may be overlooked, yet they hold significant implications for military policy, budgetary concerns, and international relations. 1. The context of air superiority. One of the most important yet potentially overlooked aspects is the emphasis on air superiority in the context of modern warfare. Trump's announcement highlights the necessity of the F-47 in countering threats, particularly from China. This focus on air superiority is significant because it reflects a strategic shift in military thinking that prioritizes control of the skies as a prerequisite for success in any future conflict. Air superiority is not merely about having advanced aircraft, it is also about the integration of these aircraft within a broader military strategy that includes unmanned systems and advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence. The F-47 is intended to be the quarterback of a future fleet of drones, indicating a shift towards a more networked and collaborative approach to aerial combat. This integration could redefine how air battles are fought, making the F-47 not just a fighter jet but a pivotal component of a broader operational strategy. 2. Cost concerns and long-term financial implications. The report mentions initial contract estimates of around $20 billion but hints at the possibility of total costs escalating into the hundreds of billions, similar to the F-35 program. This is a critical point that deserves more scrutiny. The F-35 program has faced criticism for its cost overruns and delays, which have led to significant taxpayer expenditures. If the F-47 follows a similar trajectory, it raises questions about fiscal responsibility and prioritization of defense spending. Moreover, the potential for spiraling costs could result in budgetary constraints that affect other military programs or domestic spending. As the report suggests, military procurement analysts are already questioning whether investing heavily in another manned fighter jet is the best use of resources when unmanned systems and other technologies may offer more strategic advantages in future conflicts. Understanding the financial implications of the F-47 is crucial for policymakers as it may influence budget decisions across various sectors. 3. Historical context and lessons learned. The history of the NGAD program, including its pause in 2024 due to cost concerns, is a significant detail that underscores the complexities of military procurement. The initial decision to halt the program suggests that even high-level military initiatives are not immune to re-evaluation based on fiscal realities. The subsequent revival of the program reflects a consensus among military strategists about the necessity for next-generation combat capabilities. This historical context is important as it illustrates the need for agility in defense planning. Military needs are continually evolving, and the ability to pivot based on changing geopolitical landscapes and technological advancements is crucial. The decision-making process that led to the recommitment to the NGAD initiative may serve as a case study for future defense projects, emphasizing the importance of ongoing assessments and adaptability in military strategy. 4. The role of Boeing in industry dynamics. Boeing's selection as the contractor for the F-47 is not just a win for the company but also indicative of the current dynamics in the defense industry. The report notes that Boeing faced challenges in the previous year, including labor strikes and safety issues, which raises questions about the company's capacity to deliver on this ambitious project. The decision to award the contract to Boeing after a rigorous selection process suggests a level of confidence in their capabilities despite past troubles. This aspect of the announcement is significant because it reflects broader trends in defense contracting, where the government must balance the need for innovation and reliability against the backdrop of corporate performance. The implications of this decision could influence future contracts and the competitive landscape among defense contractors. 5. Technological advancements in future warfare. The report hints at revolutionary advancements in stealth technology and operational range with the F-47, which could set a new standard for fighter aircraft. However, the details are somewhat vague, leaving room for speculation about what these advancements entail. The mention of the F-47 having an entirely different level of low observability and a longer range than current jets suggests that it will incorporate cutting-edge technologies that may not yet be fully understood or disclosed. This technological edge is significant not only for U.S. military capabilities but also for international defense dynamics. Countries around the world are likely to respond to the F-47's development by accelerating their own military modernization efforts, leading to an arms race in advanced aerial capabilities. Understanding the technological implications of the F-47 can provide insights into future geopolitical tensions and defense strategies. Conclusion. In summary, while the announcement of the F-47 fighter jet is a pivotal moment in U.S. military aviation, several critical aspects warrant deeper attention. The focus on air superiority underscores strategic shifts in military doctrine, while cost concerns raise questions about fiscal sustainability and resource allocation. The historical context of the NGAD program highlights the need for adaptability in defense planning, and Boeing's role in this initiative reflects broader industry dynamics that could shape future defense contracting. Additionally, the potential advancements in technology associated with the F-47 could redefine not only U.S. military capabilities but also international defense landscapes. Recognizing these nuanced elements can provide a more comprehensive understanding of the implications surrounding the F-47 and its role in future military strategy. 1. Strategic significance of the F-47 fighter jet. The F-47 is set to play a crucial role in enhancing U.S. air superiority, particularly in light of escalating tensions with adversaries such as China. The design focuses on advanced stealth and penetration capabilities, which are essential for operating in contested environments. This aligns with defense strategies emphasizing the need for air dominance in modern warfare. The F-47 aims to replace the aging F-22 Raptor, ensuring that the U.S. maintains a tactical edge over potential threats. This point underscores the military's commitment to adapting to evolving technological landscapes and combat scenarios, thereby ensuring operational readiness and deterrence. 2. Boeing's leadership role and industry impact. Boeing's selection to lead the F-47 project marks a significant turning point for the company, especially after facing challenges such as labor strikes and safety concerns. This contract not only represents a financial boost for Boeing but also reinforces its position as a key player in defense contracting. The rigorous selection process highlighted Boeing's proposal as the best value for the government, reflecting the competitive nature of defense procurement. This development could influence investor confidence and the broader aerospace industry, potentially leading to increased investment in research and development as companies strive to innovate and meet military needs. 3. Cost implications and criticism. The initial contract estimate of $20 billion has sparked significant debate regarding the total costs associated with the F-47 program. Critics have drawn parallels to the F-35 program, which has faced scrutiny for its escalating costs projected to exceed $1.7 trillion over its lifespan. Analysts caution that the F-47 could similarly experience cost overruns, making it imperative for stakeholders to monitor expenditures closely. This concern reflects broader issues within military procurement, where budget constraints and accountability are critical factors in program sustainability and public trust. 4. Program history and future readiness. The NGAD initiative's history, including its temporary pause in 2024 due to cost concerns, illustrates the complexities of military planning and the necessity of adapting to current geopolitical realities. The subsequent decision to revive the program was informed by analyses confirming its importance for future military readiness. This aspect highlights the ongoing evaluation process within the defense establishment as military leaders seek to align technology development with strategic goals. The potential for unmanned versions of the F-47 also points to the future direction of military aviation, where artificial intelligence and drone capabilities will play an increasingly vital role in combat operations. 1. The development of the F-35 Lightning II. The F-35 program, also known as the Joint Strike Fighter program, was initiated to create a family of stealth multi-role fighters to meet the needs of various branches of the U.S. military and allied nations. Similar to the F-47, the F-35 faced significant scrutiny over its escalating costs, with estimates reaching over $1.7 trillion over its lifespan. The program dealt with multiple delays, technical challenges, and debates surrounding its necessity amidst evolving warfare technologies, much like the concerns regarding the F-47's costs and operational relevance. 2. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The development of the B-2 Spirit, a strategic bomber featuring stealth technology, was another historical case marked by controversy over costs and technological innovation. Originally developed in the 1980s, the program faced criticism for its high price tag, with each aircraft costing over $2 billion. The B-2 was designed to penetrate sophisticated enemy air defenses, similar to the F-47's intended capabilities against adversaries like China. The stealth technology and operational effectiveness of the B-2 have been frequently discussed in the context of its long-term viability and the changing nature of aerial combat. 3. The Airbus A400M Atlas military transport aircraft. The A400M program is a European multinational effort to produce a strategic airlifter that was developed to meet the needs of several NATO countries. Its development faced numerous challenges, including significant cost overruns and delays similar to the F-47 situation. Questions surrounding the A400M's performance capabilities and overall necessity reflected concerns similar to those raised about the F-47's potential costs and effectiveness in modern warfare. The A400M highlights how military procurement often involves balancing technological advancements with fiscal responsibility and strategic needs. The unveiling of the F-47 fighter jet by President Donald Trump on March 21, 2025, marks a pivotal moment in U.S. military aviation and defense strategy. As Boeing takes the lead in this next-generation aircraft, the implications for military readiness, technological advancement, and geopolitical dynamics are profound. Here are some predictions regarding the future outlook of the F-47 and its impact on the U.S. military and global security landscape. 1. Enhanced air superiority. The F-47 is designed to establish and maintain U.S. air superiority in increasingly contested environments, particularly against adversaries like China and Russia. Future military engagements are likely to see a shift toward high-tech aerial combat, where the F-47's advanced stealth and penetration capabilities will be crucial. As threats evolve, the aircraft's ability to operate alongside unmanned drones will redefine air combat tactics, allowing for more dynamic engagement strategies. 2. Budget and cost management challenges. While initial estimates for the F-47 program are around $20 billion, analysts predict the total costs could escalate significantly, potentially mirroring the F-35 program's budget overruns. Given the complexity of developing next-generation military aircraft, it is likely that the Pentagon will face ongoing scrutiny regarding cost management. Future administrations may implement more stringent oversight measures to ensure that spending aligns with strategic military goals and taxpayer accountability. 3. Integration with unmanned systems. The F-47 is expected to serve as a command and control hub for a fleet of unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs). As drone technology advances, there will be a growing emphasis on integrating manned and unmanned systems into cohesive operational frameworks. This integration will not only enhance combat capabilities but also reduce risks to human pilots in high-threat environments. Future military doctrines will likely prioritize this combined approach, with the F-47 leading the charge. 4. Impact on global military alliances. The development of the F-47 could influence international defense alliances and partnerships. Countries observing the U.S. commitment to advanced military technology may seek to bolster their own air forces through acquisitions or collaborative projects. This could lead to increased military cooperation between the U.S. and its allies, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region, as they collectively address shared concerns regarding China's military expansion. 5. Evolution of warfare tactics. The F-47 and its advanced capabilities are likely to influence the evolution of warfare tactics. As air superiority becomes increasingly reliant on stealth and advanced technology, traditional dogfighting may become less relevant. Instead, strategies may focus on remote warfare, cyber capabilities, and electronic warfare. Future military training will need to adapt to these changes, emphasizing skills that complement the F-47's strengths. 6. Technological innovations. The development of the F-47 will likely spur innovations in materials, propulsion systems, and artificial intelligence. The emphasis on stealth technology will drive advancements in radar-absorbing materials and design techniques. Moreover, AI integration into the F-47 and its operational ecosystem could enhance decision-making processes, improve mission planning, and enable real-time data analysis during engagements. 7. Public and political scrutiny. As the F-47 program progresses, it will be subject to intense public and political scrutiny. With the backdrop of previous military projects facing criticism for cost overruns and delays, the success of the F-47 will depend on transparent communication about its benefits, costs, and operational effectiveness. Future administrations may face pressure to justify the investment in the F-47 against alternative defense spending priorities, such as cyber defense or unmanned systems. 8. Shift in defense budget priorities. The F-47 project could lead to a reallocation of defense budgets, with more funds directed toward advanced aerial capabilities at the expense of legacy systems. This shift may result in the phasing out of older aircraft and a focus on modernizing the U.S. military's aerial fleet. However, this could also present challenges in balancing immediate readiness needs with long-term strategic investments. 9. Development of a manned-unmanned ecosystem. Future iterations of the F-47 may include unmanned variants, which could revolutionize how air power is projected. The Pentagon's focus on developing a manned-unmanned ecosystem will likely enhance the effectiveness of both types of aircraft in combat scenarios. This duality could lead to a comprehensive rethinking of air combat strategies and tactics. 10. Long-term geopolitical ramifications. The F-47's deployment could lead to shifts in global military power dynamics. Countries may respond to the U.S. enhancement of its air capabilities by increasing their own military investments, potentially igniting an arms race in advanced aerial technologies. This could heighten tensions in regions where air superiority is contested, necessitating diplomatic efforts to manage the proliferation of advanced military systems. In conclusion, the announcement of the F-47 fighter jet represents a significant leap forward in U.S. military aviation capabilities. Its impact will extend far beyond the battlefield, influencing defense budgets, international relations, and the future of warfare itself. As the program unfolds, the lessons learned from the F-47 will shape the next generation of military aviation and strategy, ensuring that the U.S. remains at the forefront of global air power.